Hello and welcome to Feel Good Files with Lexi and Son. Fantastic. Okay, so Lexi, file number one. Yes, can you believe it? We are finally. Let's start relaxing. Yes, and quick. Yes. So Mick, from a discussion to a podcast. Within weeks. Exactly. And I think, why do we call it a file? We call it a file because that's part of our name. We're not going to be calling our episodes. So each podcast will rather be called file 1, file 2, and that is how we will be calling all of our podcasts going forward, just so you know, as our listeners, what to look out for. And this file 1 will be about us and who we are, who is Lexi and Son, and just to give you a little bit about a background of who the both of us will be, or where we are.
Would you want to start with that? So I will catch up.
Yes.
One knowledge on Lexi.
Yes, and obviously, Son, if there's anything that you want to add to things about me, seeing as we've known each other for so long, you're more than welcome to add in. Just a little bit about me. So I'm from Cape Town. I study fashion at Fadisa, and I was a buyer for a couple years at a resale company. And then I decided to leave the retail corporate world, and I have 2 beautiful children, and I'm now, been doing a couple things, a little bit of graphic design and helping my husband a bit with his businesses. And this is something I'm focusing on now and something exciting for Son and I. And that's just a little bit about me, very different things that I've been into. And what about you, Son?
Okay, well, I studied drama, surprise, and I focused my career on video production. So I owned my own video production house for many years, and then a few years ago, actually went into business with my husband. So helped him start that up. And now we're back in Cape Town and refocusing, reimagining, and rethinking what we're doing. So Lexi and Son is so much part of that. It was something that just grew organically. And so here's
a coffee shop conversation, and
yes,
it just became something, this whole podcast, which is beautiful.
organic.
Completely.
Brewed organically in Flager.
Yes, which is beautiful. And I think it was maybe just tell our viewers that we've known each other for years. It's not that we've just recently become friends. We're more like family. I wouldn't even call us friends. We're family. Sonia's known me since I was born. Absolutely, which is incredible. And we've just kept in touch, and if there's a connect through everything, through life.
So actually it starts with Lexi's mom and my sister, who were at university together. So I met your mom when I was 13, and our families have been friends, and as you said, my family since then. And then when we lived in Cape Town, you used to live very close to us. And when I had our son,
He was like my little brother. A brother with white. So
yes, your sister and you used to come across often.
it was so special.
Yes, we were very lucky in his early years to have you girls very close. And then we moved away and we went back to Joburg, and then moved to KZA, and now back here. And it feels a little bit like we've come full circle.
Yeah.
And yet we come, and you've got 2 children.
I know. How amazing.
Your sister's got 3.
It's crazy.
And it's just amazing to be experiencing life on that level now,
And part of it all.
and part of it all. And in our discussions, or just coffee chats. We've gone through a lot of topics. We speak a lot about a lot of things. My experience, your experience, how you are seeing the world now, navigating the world now as a mother. Yes, and me as my son is older, and so this
Just been very interesting conversations that we've had together that we feel could be so great in a podcast.
Yeah, very. I think we spoke about just life's stuff, things that we what inspires us, what worries us, what doesn't worry us, the anxieties of life, things that possibly we don't really cover often.
No, or not spoken about often. The things that are either beautiful and lovely and exciting to real and crazy and things that we can actually bounce off of each other, which I think a lot of people don't often speak about.
Yes, I think also, the things that help us keep inspired. Exactly. Sometimes it gets quite difficult in the you get yourself into a cycle of just coping from one thing to the next thing. The kids and the schooling and the this and the that, and for us, so it's important to have a 20-minute refresher. That's what we're thinking. The files are going to be more or less 20 minutes, and just to listen to us and be part of our tribe,
On our journey. And I also think that we want you to go away after listening to our podcasts feeling good. That is what we really want you to feel, and maybe to start asking yourself questions, or it can spark conversation with other people. So we want you to go away from our podcast with something, and not just, I listened to a cool conversation. It must be something that's going to inspire you and make you feel good and relatable and authentic. Authentic is ultimately what we want it to be about.
Yes. Just two people in conversation and imparting the things that we think about. Exactly. And what inspires us to keep going.
Yeah, almost it's uplifting in a way.
Absolutely. Feel good files.
Yes.
Feel good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think one of the things that we need to actually speak about is, live life inspired. How do you actually carry on doing that? Sometimes whether you're having a good time or a bad time, exactly. What are the things that spark creativity and inspiration around you? So years ago, it's actually something that I like to actively do, and that is to really keep myself present in the moment, and actually to no, just say to myself, I'm really grateful that we've got this opportunity to be sitting here and talking and
having good conversations about real things.
Yes.
Yeah.
The little inspirations
around us.
Yes.
We must actually look at those small moments and actually enjoy them. At the moment, life is going by so quickly.
Yes. And at the end of the day, the world sometimes can get very hectic.
Yes.
There's you switch on the radio and you hear bad news or whatever. It's often difficult to keep positive.
Yeah. And in the moment, funny stories. That's why I would rather prefer you not to be switching on your radio and rather just listening to a feel-good podcast where you can actually feel inspired and, get to work and be happy and not be disappointed too with what you've heard on the radio or the traffic or things around you.
Yeah.
So that is, I suppose, the point of the podcast for us. And, there will be a variety of different topics that we'll be speaking about, not just about us. No, the first file is mainly about us. There will be a bit of life experiences, which we will be chatting about in our podcasts. But I think there's going to be a variety of topics, some about parenting, life, things that have happened to us, things that we're seeing around us, beautiful wine farms, where to go,
child-friendly places, just places that you can actually go for walks, and things that we've been discussing over the last couple of months that we've reconnected because actively we now live here, and anxiety.
That's a big one, yeah. Well, I think for a lot of people, can relate to anxiety, which I think will be a good topic that we will be chatting about quite a bit. And yeah, but it'll be exciting and fun. It'll be really, hopefully we can also go to a few venues and give you some feedback on different coffee spots. So far, our favorite is Plato. And we do love our bubbly, not sparkling water. I'm sure you can all... Yes. So we've got I'm sure some of these podcasts will be filled with that. So, and yeah, just very excited.
So are the locusts that's not allowed to be bullshit?
I know. Yeah, but we will
Suddenly,
sparkling wine sound as fancy. We'll have to come up with a name. Feel good and soil bubble. Feel good bubbles. There we go. We've got it. So that's yeah, just about our podcast and who we are, and yeah, what we want you to take away from this is we want you to feel good.
yes.
And was our main, yeah.
Oh, and to be a bit more interactive. So if there are things that you want to talk about or want us to talk about, rather, that we'll be able to include that in podcasts. We got, like we said, we both had children, so we got our own perspectives. My son is much older than Alexa's children, but in the end, we've got different perspectives and our journeys through lives and how we managed,
my life. I think there will be probably a little bit of debating, differences of opinion, which I think will be great. And I think it would also be lovely as listeners to feedback to us. Who do you agree with? Is it Son or Lexi or both of you or neither? So give us feedback, interact with us. We love chatting to our listeners and hearing your thoughts. And, if there's, like Son said, if there's any specific things you want to hear about or topics, let us know. We, we'll definitely research them and chat about them on our files.
On our phones, yes. And I think the thing is that, it's anything.
Yes, yeah. This is a lifestyle. This is what we want to show and want you to listen to. It's our life and always being inspired
about life, about being woman. Yeah, there's been women, of different ages. Is that actually even relevant? I mean, I still think I'm in my 20s, and then I have to remind myself,
moments not.
And that and all the things that we've navigated through.
No,
and what's coming.
Yes, please. Gosh, I'm really having to go to the hairdresser for my grey hairs.
And Lexi, there is not one.
Oh, no. There are plenty.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just about life and being authentic, and that's what we want this to be about. And yeah, we hope our listeners will stay tuned and not forget about us.
We're talking about statitude. So we're planning on doing files every 2-3 weeks, and we're planning on sort of sticking to a 20-minute format, but we're also not going to be like absolutely rigorous. If it's something that we're able to carry on talking about, we might make them a little longer, but sort of 20 minutes.
Yeah. bite sizes.
Bite sizes, little coffee sips.
Exactly what you need. And it will, yeah, keep you busy, keep you inspired, and to enjoy it.
Yes. So for today, as part of a start, let's talk about our intro song.
Yes.
We specifically found that because that was just
So appropriate. Yeah. It was so appropriate. Feel good. Yeah.
yes. And feeling good.
Yeah. Which is just, yeah, and it kicks all, and that's what we learn.
Well, Nina Simone is definitely one of my icons. She's absolutely amazing. Beautiful voice. In one of the things that we also were speaking about recently, Lexi, were quotes. You're going to find on our Instagram page, you're going to find quotes, things that inspires, things that we think about. What's your favorite quote?
By Coco Chanel.
Yes.
I posted again, spoke about it.
It's about being irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. So keep looking at Instagram.
Yes. That will definitely be shared on Instagram. Just so you know, Coco Chanel and Audrey Hepburn are our favorites. They'll tell you many quotes on our Instagram page. Anybody on there who really knows me. Yes, we'll have to do a wedding picture first sometime. You're gonna have to try see if that is Audrey Hepburn or if that's Son. And also you won't be sure. And so quotes we'll definitely have to do in the quotes. Definitely. So if you're feeling down and you just need some inspiration or uplifting, then just hit our Instagram page or our Facebook page and you will be able to get a little bit of upliftment.
Yes.
Inspiration.
Don't forget to actually listen to some fun music while you're at it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. We do a lot of dancing when we're together.
Yes.
Dancing has become a thing.
Yeah. Look out for our TikTok page when we get that up and going. Yeah, there'll be some of that happening too. Yeah, just feeling good. And
That doesn't mean that there are days when you're not feeling.
of course.
Everybody goes through days where you're going, oh my gosh, how am I actually going to get through today? But part of life is also learning how to actually go, you know what? This too shall pass, right? And finding a thing, something, a file that's going to inspire you.
And that's what we want this podcast and us to be about, making you feel good. So yes, we're also having our bad days, but this isn't a space for that. We want you to feel good. We want this to be an inspirational, happy place, safe space.
Yes. And even discussing,
oh yes, we will have many discussions about grief and sad times and, like we said, anxiety, but we will make sure that we end off each podcast in an uplifting way. It gives you inspiration. It gives you a way to feel good and to be like, wow, I can actually manage my anxiety,
Yeah.
So that's what we want it to be about.
Yes.
Like we said, authentic. Authentic. A feel-good files. Authentic. Oh, bless your son. Authentically with Lexi and Son.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Lexi, we're going to wrap up.
Yes.
And that's our first file in the can, as they say, in the industry.
Exactly. Yeah, well, you were doing with your series.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Son. That was absolutely, good. So I was excited.
Yes, sons, we hope that you are too. And we'll be seeing you on our next file. We'll let you know in due course what we'll be talking about. We'll actually be talking about different things, and we organically decide close to the time that we start recording. And
We'll let you know. Yes,
Watch the space.
watch the space and keep a look at when our socials. Yes, on our social media pages. Yes, don't forget to follow us and also our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. At Feel Good Files with Lexi and Son. Thank you.